This is the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
You're inside Jamaica Magazine.
Encouraging the information flow, sharing the news and views you need to know.
We are building an informed Jamaica every day.
Listening to what you say. Yes, I can support someone living with HIV. That's the message we all should embrace this World AIDS Day. It's Tuesday, December 1. Thanks so much for opening the covers of today's edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm your host, Alison Watson. Coming up, we'll explore why it's important for you to support persons living with HIV/AIDS and what you need to know to prevent the spread of the disease. But first, debate on the National HIV/AIDS Workplace Policy to begin early in the new year. Intensive care unit at Cornwall Regional Hospital gets computers and design center established to improve productivity in the local furniture manufacturing industry. Do stay with us. The news in detail after this break.
Did you know that the symptoms of influenza A H1N1 may include fever greater than 100 degrees Fahrenheit or 37.8 degrees Celsius, sore throat, cough, stuffy nose, chills, head and body aches and fatigue? If you exhibit any of these signs, consult your doctor or visit any government hospital or clinic close to you. A message from the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
And now the news. An initiative is being developed to provide financial assistance to persons in low-income communities living with and affected by HIV/AIDS. This was outlined by Minister of Health, Rudyard Spencer, in his message to mark World AIDS Day. He says the program is being facilitated by the Global Fund Round 7 grant. It will cater to the social support needs identified by affected persons. The aim is to improve economic well-being and sustain reliable sources of income. World AIDS Day has been observed on December 1 every year since 1988. This year's general theme is Universal Access to Human Rights. The theme for local observance, meanwhile, is Yes, I Can Support Someone Living with HIV/AIDS. Minister Spencer says it is a call for action geared at improving attitudes and behavior towards persons living with HIV/AIDS. In his message to mark the day, the minister laments that we still have miles to go in tackling the problem of stigma and discrimination. He is, however, optimistic at evidence that the country is moving in the right direction. According to a 2008 study, 82.8% of Jamaicans are willing to care for a family member who becomes sick with the virus. This is an improvement on the 2004 figures when the result was 78%. To further improve on those numbers, Minister Spencer is urging every Jamaican to join the national HIV/AIDS response by saying, yes, I can support someone living with HIV. In the meantime, Parliament should begin debate on the National HIV/AIDS Workplace Policy by next March. The Ministry of Labour and Social Security has assured persons living with the disease that the debate will get underway during this parliamentary session. The legislative year runs from April to March. The draft policy was tabled in the House of Representatives on November 11. This was after a joint select committee of Parliament reviewed the Green Paper. The new policy will be attached to the proposed Occupational Safety and Health Act. The Labour Ministry says it will continue working to reduce stigma and discrimination against persons living with HIV/AIDS. Those efforts are being driven by the Ministry's Voluntary Compliance Program, which is being administered by its Industrial Safety Department. In other health news, the intensive care unit at the Cornwall Regional Hospital is now computerized. The ICU staff recently received desktop units and a photocopier and fax machine. The donation was made by the United States Consular Corps based in Montego Bay. Lisa Gallimore-Hyde is the consular agent representing the U.S. Embassy in the second city. She says the embassy saw the need for the equipment during a tour of the hospital facilities in September. Head of Anesthesia and Intensive Care, Dr. Janet Mason-Jordan, says the items will greatly help hospital services.
They will go a long way in helping us with our record keeping and, of course, access to internet and being able to email. We thank them very much for this wonderful gift that they have given to us.
The local furniture industry is set to make a U-turn from several years of decline. Jamaica imported $74 million worth of furniture and furniture components last year. The government intends to put local producers in a position to recapture a major share of that market. Come Friday, December 4, the Bureau of Standards Jamaica, the BSJ, will be launching a design center to help that effort. The center is a critical component of the Bureau's Furniture and Wooden Products Incubator Program. The Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce developed that program to improve production. Senior Technical Director at the BSJ, Gladstone Rose, says the launch signals the end of a pilot phase. He says the program is now ready to take applicants.
We have an application process where persons who want to benefit from the program will fill out particular forms, and then going from that, we will be able to assess and to select those who are best suited for the program.
Under the program, the Bureau will assist fledgling manufacturers or new businesses in achieving world standards. The BSJ will provide training in areas such as marketing over the next 3 years. Mr. Rose says the idea is to create a coordinated approach to furniture manufacturing.
We expect that at the end of the 3-year period, we will have incubated hundreds of manufacturers who would have solved these particular problems that exist today. And in so doing, we will ensure that the wholesaler, the distributor, the retail organizations are able to satisfy their customers, the customers' needs for timely delivery of quality products and at the price that the consumer is willing to pay.
The design center has been set up at the BSJ's head office at 6 Winchester Road in Kingston. Friday's launch will include a display of products that have already been designed in the center. And finally, in the news today, local ICT developers are being encouraged to come out and showcase their innovations at the Caribbean ICT Roadshow. The Jamaican leg of the roadshow culminates with a 3-day session in February. From the 10th to the 12th, innovative uses of information communication technology will be on display at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. The ICT Roadshow is organized by the Caribbean Telecommunications Union. The Spectrum Management Authority is co-chair of the local organizing committee. Managing Director at Spectrum, Danville Davidson, says the roadshow provides an ideal opportunity to display and be exposed to the options out there.
We have had some local companies that have made their mark internationally. For instance, Northern Caribbean University with the Microsoft Image Cup. There are many young entrepreneurs who have developed products on both mobile devices as well as normal computers, and we hope to have them on as part of our roadshow.
The ICT Roadshow runs from August 20, 2009 to October of 2010, making stops in 20 Caribbean countries. It culminates in October of 2010 with an ICT symposium. Those were the stories making the news today. For more information, please visit our website at www.jis.gov.jm. Stay with us. Jamaica Magazine continues.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Radio.
We'll have Calcum and House Matters in our features package.
And now the news, I'm Kevin Clark.
research and publications. Television.
It's Wednesday, October 28th.
We've got a hot